Okay, let's get one thing straight right from the start. Modern marketing, it's not just a checklist of things to do. It's a powerful, integrated engine. So today, we're gonna pop the hood, look at the blueprints, and show you exactly how that engine is built, piece by piece, so you can get some real, meaningful visibility. And this is the big question, right? Every single day, you and I are just bombarded with ads, emails, posts, you name it. So in this incredibly crowded world, how do you make sure your message doesn't just get sent, but that it actually lands with the right people? Well, that's exactly the problem we're here to solve. So here's how we're going to tackle this. We're going to build our engine together in 4 parts. First, we'll figure out our destination. That's the quest for visibility. Then, we'll build a solid foundation using intelligence. After that, we'll see how to turn all that knowledge into real action. And finally, we'll put it all together and fire up the complete marketing engine. Let's get into it. All right, first things first. Before we build anything, we have to know what we're building it for. What's the point of it all? Well, the ultimate goal, the whole reason this engine even exists, is to achieve something we call visibility. Now, visibility is such a key idea here. It's not about just being the loudest person in the room or shouting into the void. It's way more strategic than that. It's all about making sure you are seen and known by the specific people who actually matter to your brand in the places where they already hang out. This is our North Star for everything we're about to do. Okay, so we know our destination. Now it's time to get our hands dirty and start building. Any great engine needs 2 things before you can even think about turning the key. You need top quality fuel, and you need a clear set of blueprints. In our world, that's our intelligence foundation. This whole foundation, it really comes down to 2 critical steps. First, we've got to do our research to actually understand the world we're operating in. And second, we have to take everything we learn and organize it so it's actually usable. I mean, think about it. Without research, you're flying blind. And without good management, all that great research is just a chaotic mess. You absolutely need both. You can see here how these are 2 sides of the same coin. Over on the left, you've got marketing research. That's you out in the world asking the big questions. Who are our people? What keeps them up at night? Then on the right, you have data management. That's the discipline of taking all those answers and putting them into a clean, accessible system. One without the other is just pointless. Great research gets lost in a messy system, and a perfect system with no research is just an empty database. All right, the foundation is set. We've got our fuel, and we've got our blueprints. Now it's time for the fun part. Adding the spark that turns all that raw potential into actual forward motion. This is where we stop just knowing things and start doing things. And this happens in another 2-step process. First, we use analytics to sift through our data and find the hidden gold, the patterns. Then we take that gold, those amazing insights, and we use them to guide how we actually talk to our customers. Okay, so let's trace the flow of energy in our engine. It all begins right here, with that solid foundation we just built. Think of this as a huge reserve of raw, organized data. It's just pure potential, waiting to be unleashed. But, raw data on its own, well, it's just a bunch of numbers in a spreadsheet. It doesn't really do anything. It needs to be refined. And that's exactly what analytics does. Analytics is like a refinery, turning that crude data into high-octane fuel by spotting the trends and opportunities no one else sees. And what comes out of that refinery? Insight. This is the aha moment. It's that magic point where the numbers transform into a crystal clear understanding. It's when you realize, oh wow, our customers in this city respond way better to this type of message. Or wait a second, our competitor has a huge weakness right here. That's insight. And this right here is where the rubber meets the road. That insight isn't just some fun fact you share in a meeting. It's your set of marching orders. It directly tells your interactive marketing what to say, who to say it to, and the perfect time to say it. This is what transforms your marketing from random guesswork into something truly strategic and effective. So, we've assembled all the pieces, we've connected everything. Now let's take a step back and admire the complete engine. The entire system humming along and working together to get us to our goal, brand visibility. The best way to think about it is like a 4-cylinder engine. You've got research, management, analytics, and interaction.
Now, if even one of those cylinders misfires, let's say your data is a mess or your analytics are weak, the whole engine just sputters and stalls. But when all four are firing together in perfect sync, that's when you get smooth, powerful, consistent results. That's when you get visibility.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? We have to stop thinking about these things as separate jobs. It's not a research department over here and a social media team over there. It's a cycle, a system. Research fuels your data, which enables your analytics, which then guides your interactions. Each part makes the next one stronger. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. Take a good, honest look at your own marketing efforts. Do you see a finely tuned engine where every single component is working together toward a common goal? Or do you just see a pile of disconnected parts sitting in the garage? Building the engine, well, that makes all the difference. Thanks so much for tuning in.